This is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Statistics released at the end of 2024 showed that 80 women across the UK were victims of violence that led to murder by their partners or ex-partners. And in this episode, in just a 2-week period across London, 3 women have been murdered, and the people that have been arrested or charged in connection to their murders, their partners or ex-partners. So we definitely need to highlight this topic in this story. Thank you to Dave Nathan for going to the scenes of these murders. The first one that we're going to talk about is on the 12th of April 2025, and a woman was found dead in Towpath Way, Croydon, inside a home. A police investigation started and a man has been arrested and charged and will appear in court with the murder of the woman that has now been identified as Sarah Reynolds. Earlston Bennet, 57 years old, also from Towpath Way, Croydon, was charged with murder on the 14th of April. He would appear in custody at Croydon Magistrates Court on the 15th of April. An investigation was launched after police were called to the address in Towpath Way, Croydon, at 5 a.m. in the morning on Saturday the 12th of April. Police arrived shortly after, but despite the best efforts of attending emergency services, a 58-year-old woman called Sarah Reynolds died at the scene. Her family are being supported by specially trained police, and it is believed that Bennet was known to Sarah, and detectives are not looking for anybody else in relation to the incident. They are trying to build up a picture of Sarah's life in the weeks that led up to her death, and they are keen to speak to anybody who interacted or saw Sarah in the recent weeks. So we'll definitely keep you updated on the outcome of the trial that follows. I want to send my condolences to the family and friends of Sarah Reynolds, and may she rest in peace. In this next story, also taking place in London, another murder involving a woman inside her home. The police launched a murder investigation after they initially said a woman in her 40s was found at 6:41 a.m. on Sunday the 13th of April, and the London Ambulance Service alerted police to a seriously injured woman in Hatfield Close, SE14. The first responding officers were immediately deployed along with the air ambulance, but despite the emergency service's best efforts, she sadly died at the scene. Shortly after 7, a 44-year-old man self-presented himself at a Lewisham police station in connection to the incident. He was arrested on suspicion of murder and remained in police custody. It is believed again in this situation that they were both known to each other, and the next of kin of the victim were being informed, and a post-mortem was due to take place in due course. The following day, the 14th of April, a man was charged with the murder of the woman in Hatfield Close, Lewisham. Hien Thi Vu, 41 years old, from Hatfield Close, Lewisham, also was charged on the 14th of April with the murder of his wife, Hien Thi Vu, 45 years old. Nguyen was remanded in custody and due to appear at Bromley Magistrates this afternoon, and the next hearing in court on a date that is yet to be decided. And then another woman was murdered inside her home. A man has also been arrested on suspicion of her murder. An investigation was launched on the 19th of April following a fatal stabbing in Ailey Croft, Enfield, and police were called to the address at 7 p.m. alongside the London Ambulance Service after a female was found with a stab wound. Despite the best efforts of emergency services, she was pronounced dead at the scene. She has now been named as 45-year-old Pamela Munro from Enfield, and Pamela's family continue to be supported by specially trained police. On Monday the 21st of April, investigating officers arrested a 29-year-old man on suspicion of murder, and he remained in custody. Detective Chief Inspector Neil John of the Metropolitan Crime Command said, investigating officers have worked relentlessly over the weekend to investigate the circumstances of Pamela's death. We continue to support her family, who are understandably devastated, and this morning we arrested a 29-year-old male in connection to this death. And that is the latest information that we have with that story, but we'll definitely keep you updated on anything that comes. In this next story that took place on the 14th of April, it's the murder of a 21-year-old man. 7 arrests have been made, and the police have also identified the victim. One of the initial statements by the police was that a murder investigation was launched on Monday the 14th of April at 16 minutes past 9 after police were called to Hillingdon Street in SE17 following reports of a fatal stabbing. When they attended with the ambulance service, they treated the 21-year-old man for stab injuries, and sadly, despite their best efforts, he was pronounced dead at the scene. The Borough Commander Emma Bond said, "We understand the news is both shocking and unsettling in the community of Southwark. We have a number of crime scenes in place during the investigation. The investigation will continue and an increased police presence in the area will be seen, and I advise anybody in the community with concerns to speak to them." 5 men and a woman, all aged in their 20s, were arrested shortly after on suspicion of murder, and they remained in police custody at that time. On the 16th of April, police did a new update and they identified the victim. The police named the victim as Giovanni Bedoya from Walworth, and his next of kin have been informed, and they are currently being supported by specially trained police. Following the incident, they immediately made the 6 arrests, and out of the 6 people arrested, 3 have got no further action, and 3 have been bailed pending further inquiries. They are now appealing to the public for information about what they saw that day or heard or any footage relating to the incident. The police said that they believed that there was many people in the area and they saw the group who haven't yet come forward to speak to police. So this is a fast developing case and we'll definitely keep you updated on the progression, and please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and my condolences to the family of Giovanni and rest in peace to another victim of knife crime on the streets of London. So I really appreciate you joining me for this episode. I'll be back again very shortly with some more London news and also other news from around the UK. Don't forget to contact us for any stories that you believe need to be covered at scarcitystudios@gmail.com, and follow us on social media at Scarcity Studios on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter and Telegram. Peace.